Good morning, my dear students. I hope you all are doing well. Today we will discussing a new chapter of geography, chapter 5, water. As we all know, the life is possible on the surface of this earth or in this planet of the solar system only because of availability of water and the various gases. On a surface of the earth, about 70% area is covered by the water. And for the sustainable for our life, water is necessary. Without it, no life is possible on the surface of earth. So, water never leaves the earth. It constantly being cycled through the atmosphere, ocean and land. This process known as water cycle. It is driven by the energy from the sun and water cycle is a crucial to existence of life on our planet. Here in this picture, two most important thing that is need for completing this cycle, the heat energy that is released by the sun and the evaporation process and water available in the water body. The water cycle, it is a continuous process. In this, the cycle start from the evaporation. The water evaporate from the various water bodies and for the evaporation, it take heat from the insolation or the incoming heat energy from the sun. Here, the water change its form from the liquid to the gaseous. Then it's moved to the upper layer of the troposphere or where it condensate and make clouds. It take the form of cloud with the available water vapors and dust particle in the troposphere. The formation of the cloud where the water rests, cloud used to hold 100% according to its capacity the water, but when its capacity is full, then the precipitation took part. Now again the gaseous form of water will change into the various form through the condensation, like it will take the form of precipitation in which it will be come on the surface of the earth in the various form like snow or ice, hail and rainfall. Again, these form of water will absorbed by the soil and various water bodies, human beings and animals, etc. Then rest of the water will flow into the sea and in the ocean and various fresh water bodies, and then again the evaporation will take place. During the evaporation, the sun heat change the form of the liquid water into the gaseous form. This process is known as evaporation. The distribution of water in the world. The 97% of water available in the form of water is the saline water. Only 3% water is available in the fresh water. Here the details of the water, like 97.2% in a ocean, then the glacier have 2.15%, underground water have 0.61%, freshwater lake have 0.009%, inland sea acquired 0.008%, soil moisture is 0.005%, and atmosphere in this water vapors are available, that is 0.001%, and in the river water is available only 0.0001%. Now the some circulation of the water in the ocean. Now when the liquid on the surface of the ocean or in a sea used to be rise and move, that is known as wave. The wave, the mostly caused by and responsible for the formation of the wave in the ocean are earthquake, volcano, gravitational pull and wind. Now here the some characteristics of the wave. The part there are various form and the various term that is responsible for the wave. Crest, that is known as the high point. Trough, that is known as a low point. Height, this is a vertical distance between the crest and the trough, is known as height of the wave. When we used to calculate the height of the wave, then we will calculate the distance between crest and the trough. Then the wavelength, distance between two crest and two trough. Now the size of the wind generate waves. So when waves depend on the three things: speed of the wind, duration of the wind, and the friction of the wind. Now in the next class, student, we will continue with the next topic, that is tsunami. So thank you and have a nice day. Take care.